Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today's presentation is for my Sociolinguistics final exam project. For your information, the references for this presentation is based on Austin and Searle's theory. Before we start, please take a look at the content table. Now, let's move on to the first slide. What is speech act? According to Hidayat, speech act is a verbal expression that carries meaning, while act is a specific action. And according to Nordquist, a speech act is a statement characterized by the speaker's intention and the impact it has on the listener. Now, let's move on to the next slide. What is locution? According to Cutting in Hidayat, locution or locutionary is the actual words that are spoken. For the examples, that action figure is cool. The other one, we ran out of milk. And lastly, it's freezing in here. Now, let's move on to the next slide. What is elocution? According to Austin, elocution or elocutionary is the social purpose behind what is being said by the speaker, while focusing on his or her intention. For example, we ran out of milk. This utterance indicates a request to go to the grocery store to buy some milk. Now, we are going to discuss 5 types of elocution. The first one, assertive or representative. This type of utterance obligates the speaker to hold to the truth of the proposition conveyed. For example, the night sky is full of stars. This utterance illustrates the speaker's affirmation of the starry sky at night. The second one, commissive. The speaker used this to commit to a future action, such as making promises, pledge, vows, or guarantees. For the example, I will always remember your kindness. In this utterance, the speaker promised to always remember the kindness of the listener. The third one is directive. The speaker employs this to get someone else to take action. For example, would you mind taking out some potato chips from the drawer for me? This type of utterance indicates that the speaker asks the listener to take out some potato chips from the drawer for him or her to eat. The next one, declarative. The speaker used this to transform the reality. For example, hereby the National Museum is now open for business. In this utterance, the speaker declares that the National Museum is open here and on. And the last type of elocution is expressive. The speaker used this to express his feelings and mental states, including gratitude, apology, greeting, and congratulation. For example, congratulations on your promotion. In this utterance, the speaker congratulates the listener for the promotion that he or she received. Now, let's move on to the next slide. What is perlocution? According to Austin, perlocution or perlocutionary is the impact or effect that a speaker's words have on the listener. In other words, it's the listener's response to the speaker's words. As the examples, that action figure is cool. As the result, the listener will buy the action figure. The second example, we ran out of milk. As the result, the listener will go grocery shopping to buy the milk. And lastly, it's freezing in here. As the result, the listener will turn on the heater. To conclude, speech act is the causality between the speaker and the listener. Because of the speaker's words, the listener unconsciously will give his response by doing what the speakers want, or maybe give a response verbally. Locution is the speaker's utterance that reflects on the speaker's words that he said or she said to the listener. Elocution is the speaker's real attention behind his or her words. And lastly, perlocution is the listener's response to the speaker's words by doing what the speakers want or by giving a verbal expression. Okay, everyone, now we have reached the end of the presentation. Thank you all for your attention and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.